Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So Aurora is actually seeing a decent amount of usage in AFK stages in Season 6 Tower of Memory. I'm on the VN server on my viewer's account, and on both the regular and Phantom stages there are records with Aurora in the team formation, which I just want to first of all show you and talk about, and then we're going to do some actual attempts with these heroes and yeah, basically try to clear it. So Aurora is being used. One way is with enabling the Celestial Hypo and Phantom. So for players who do not have Saida built on their account, but you will have Mahira, probably at least one copy, and then you'll have Bailran built for a lot of players as well, for Dream Realm, and then you have Aurora, and you're going to enable your Celestial Hypo and Phantom, which is very strong in this season. And then also Florabelle is being used along with Aurora with the empowered summons, and Florabelle is used in quite a lot of AFK stages now, because already she has decent crowd control with her ultimate, and being buffed up by the Aurora field is even more value. And then you have Theodore as well. It is weird to me that Theodore is in front of Aurora, because sometimes she doesn't even have to resummon. Because she doesn't even have to cast her ultimate as long as Sunny is alive for the whole fight, because she only needs to cast when Sunny actually falls in battle. And Blazeburn artifact, all of the teams are using the Blazeburn artifact. This is the strongest AFK stage artifact basically. But there's another team right at the end over here from Du Miao, which is with Fresto. And Fresto, so you don't have, Florabelle in this team, but Fresto, Mahira, Aurora. So basically there are a lot of different options you can try. We're going to try this team. I think Mahira at lower copy should work as well. Like, my viewer has Aurora at, he has Mahira as Supreme now. Okay, so then definitely this will be fine. But yeah, even at low copies, I think it should be fine. And one advantage of Florabelle, her summons, they may be able to take, like, for example, an enemy Damien who launches at the backline target. I don't know if they do, and that is a value of, like, Lucy on the team as well, normally. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and battle this team. I think was it a manual? I think it was an auto replay, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So you're going to have the Aurora. She's powering up summons in this range, and then they're going to get a permanent haste buff for the whole battle. You're seeing the Aurora here. She doesn't even need to recast her ultimate. So it's really strange to have Theodore in front of Aurora. What I have seen a lot of, and people have been trying, but there you go, the Florabelle knockup right there with her ultimate. That's great for crowd control. And so teams like this are working really well. And then also Mahira, her whip is going to give a haste buff to all of the summons because they're all up in melee range, right? Or at least all the ones which are in melee range. And you just kind of overwhelm the opponent with all of the summons. And then you also have nice crowd control. Mahira has crowd control, and then Florabelle has crowd control. Even Theodore and Bailran, they have enough crowd control. So really interesting kind of how these teams are working with Aurora. And now we have another stage. I'm sure we can find another Aurora record. There we go. Right off the bat, another Aurora record. Okay, so you see here, the levels are higher on this player. However, it is even showing an example of a Twins Mahira Aurora comp to enable the Phantom, which is like the most free-to-play option, because almost everyone's built the Twins and then also one copy of Mahira, and this is without Bailran, but it is a higher level than my viewer currently is at, so it isn't the most optimal team, but just another option. However, of course, there are going to be teams even without Aurora to begin with, so even though she's interesting, I don't know if it's actually necessary to be running her. However, like, this is cleared at only level 300s, which is quite low to actually be able to clear it, so obviously there's an advantage of that, to be the lowest level clearing formation. So yeah, I really think, and everyone's gonna have Mahira built on their account, or like at least one copy, I mean, and Twins would be built on your account as well. So then you just throw Aurora in the mix, and you're already gonna enable the Celestial Hypo and Phantom, and so it's a really free-to-play way of actually enabling that. Now, the reason Aurora is always positioned kind of frontmost is because her plushification zone, this whole field she has, that is a plushification zone that she can turn enemies into toy unicorns, and basically it's crowd control and makes them ineffective. So Theodore actually survived here, which I didn't think he was. He was taking heavy damage, right? And I think Aurora had to resummon her unicorn, so that's why this was actually a good positioning to have Theodore giving the energy boost to Aurora. Because, yeah, I think she had to resummon. I think Sunny died because the enemies did a lot of damage burst right at the beginning. And now you're going to see you're just going to clean it up. Valara synergizes pretty well with the team because, she can have her magic circles for healing and shielding. And having those summons on the field also can tank damage from the enemy. When the enemy has high burst damage, they can take some of that damage, and that can be useful as well. So overall, Aurora just is a really kind of overall pretty useful hero. We've already seen her use in Doomscourge Dream Realm boss, where she's a must-have. She's a must-use for that boss. But of course, that boss has very peculiar mechanics. For all other bosses, Aurora has not been used. So it's really just Doomscourge. However, she's a must-needed for that. And for AFK stages, I mean, she's doing decent, and like enabling the Celestial Hypogean Phantomal when needed for the Phantomal stages, that's pretty useful. Okay, this looks like a stage that maybe Aurora is not seeing any usage. Yeah, okay, so if you look at this, I mean, there are going to be some stages where Aurora is not great, and obviously, it's not like Aurora can replace Saida or even Baelran. Those are still the best AFK stage pushing Celestial Hypogeans. Even Ulna, very useful as well, especially for auto formations. So then you would have to go more for like, you know, a standard like, yeah, and this doesn't even have a Phantomal in it. This just has a team like this. If we look at the regular stages, I think there's less use of Aurora in the regular stages because of course then you cannot activate the Phantomal. But if you look, there are still some Aurora formations which are being used towards the end. However, it is with multiple Celestial Hypogeans. So I honestly don't even know if Aurora is doing that much in this team specifically. But there is another one over here. Yeah, I mean, if you had all of these heroes built, you're probably just better off running maybe one of these teams. Like, maybe this team seems really good. Low level clear, 301. Anyway, guys, hopefully this gives you an idea of what you can expect with Aurora. She does work decently in AFK stages, and for, like, you know, newer game players who don't have many heroes to begin with, probably she's going to be great for AFK stages because she's going to be all the way to Supreme Plus, and your other heroes are going to be a work in progress. And to enable that Phantomal, if you have the twins, Mihira, and then Aurora, you can already enable the Celestial Hypogean Phantomal, and everyone basically can utilize that. And now I'm wondering, I wonder if we're getting close to an actual faction Legend Trial Tower being a Hypogean Celestial Tower. Because now that Aurora is given out for free, everyone basically has twins and one copy of Mihira. I think we are approaching a point that they could be thinking about adding a Hypogean Celestial Legend Trial Tower, and hopefully that would come with bonus rewards as well. It was just an idea I was thinking about. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about Aurora in the comment section down below. Are you hyped for her to release for the global server? I am overall. The only area which I think is kind of up in the air right now is PvP. I'm not really convinced that she's a great hero in PvP. I think she has kind of similar issues to Damien. Damien has kind of fallen out of the meta of PvP because his summon is just really not that impactful, and Aurora kind of is seeming similar. That is her summon actually impactful enough? Because you're not going to go for a full summoning squad in PvP. Summoners are far away from being top meta in PvP. We would need a lot of strong PvP summoners to be released, which we don't have right now. So it's just really using her as like a sole summoner on the team, which I don't think it really adds enough value to the team as of right now. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment. And you can actually bookmark this link in your browser. And whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.